So let's see what we can do with this param function. Just to get us started, let's take a small look here at a screen that's already been built. I just have a descriptive label here at the top, and then I have some text label boxes here and some descriptions over here. The idea is that another browser with another app potentially wants to pass information into this app, and I need to grab that data off the address bar and fill these fields here. So what does that look like? Well, just to speed us along, I've gone ahead and I have taken the text property for each of these labels. Now you see how it says no value, but then if I hover over it, it says fx. That's because I've already gone up on, fx means a function. I've already got an expression up here. And you'll see I've got param, user ID in double quotes. Now, where did user ID come from? I just made that up. I've just given my parameter a name. There's no value to it yet, and there won't be until this all gets instantiated. Over here I have country. Param country has already been put inside here. And then security level. Notice I deliberately didn't put a space in there. And it's the same idea. So normally you do what? You type literal text like here. If I click over here on country, right, here's text and it says country. But if you've already gone in here and put some kind of a function in here or some sort of an expression, then that says no value because it's being determined by what's up here. All right? So I'm anticipating that when this screen loads, someone is passing me several pieces of information that I'm going to use further downstream. Okay, I'm going to do further processing with that data. But how am I going to do that? Well, first of all, let's take a look at what this looks like. There's going to be that entire address followed by those three parameters that someone's going to pass in. But we have to make sure that, a couple of things. Let's make sure that we've published, or this won't work. We need to know what the address is within our Microsoft tenant. Now, how do we get to that? So let me look around for just a little bit. Let me open up a separate copy of Notepad here, and you'll see why I'm doing it this way. I'm just putting in the list of my parameters. We'll do country. We'll stick a country in here. Do you have to do it like this? No, of course not. You do not have to do it like this at all. For those of you who are seeing this for the first time, I want this to be visually obvious what's actually happening. Watch what we do. Over here, this is just powerapps. This is the home screen to powerapps. Here's the app I'm currently using. And if I slide over to here, the vertical ellipsis, I click here and I get details. Once I'm looking at the details, I get the web link. Now it's a nice long web link. This is how the app is found in your Microsoft tenant. I'm just simply going to click on this, right click and copy this. And take this and dump this right over here into Notepad. Now, do you need to go through all this? No, but when you're first learning and testing, it doesn't hurt to make sure you properly understand how to do this. All of what you're about to see would probably go behind a button in another app. And that app, it's going to click a button and it's going to pass information into this app here. So here it all is. All right. It's one big string of characters. Let me just pull out the spaces. It's important to me that you see how the pair works, right? It's the parameter name, equal sign, and then the parameter value. And all of this goes to the very end of the address bar. One very long URL. Okay, now let's watch what happens. Control A and then Control C to copy all this. Now what? Let me open up a brand new browser. Here we are. And paste this in. There's all of it. We'll press enter. Check this out, right? the param function does its job. It grabs the values off the address bar, drops them into, really it could be anything. I just put them into labels because it's the easiest way to get going and it's the easiest way to let you see how it all works. If we had the patience, we could use the arrow key, go all the way to the end. And here it is, right? Security level equals restricted, user ID equals Ethan Kane. You can see all that stuff. Every parameter is separated by an ampersand. And the param function does its job of grabbing those parameters off the address bar and putting them wherever we decide to put the information. All right. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, well, is that how apps must share information? No, not really. You can have 2 or more apps sharing a common database in the Dataverse. That's also a way to pass data back and forth between 2 apps. But what happens when it's not going to work like that? The nature of the 2 apps is such that they're not sharing a common database. Like, now what do you do? Right? Well, passing parameters on the address bar, it's a very old technique, but it's still something we should all know how to do because we're going to need this someday.